Well, guys, time for a life/channel update. I've just moved into a new home, which means I have my own room, which means I have my own YouTube studio, and I can't shout as loud as I want to because it's 6:40 in the morning. And yes, that is my puppy Albie. I thought I'd do a little, update, talk to you about what I've been up to, why I haven't made videos for the last couple of weeks, and show you guys around because I'm very excited about it. Now, look, it's not finished. There's lots to do, and I want your suggestions. If you can leave some comments below on how I can make this a bit prettier, a bit warmer, a bit better, I want to see those comments. So let's begin with a bit of a tour. So yes, welcome. This is the studio. I just moved into this house on Saturday, so there's lots of boxes still unpacked. Today is Thursday, but we've done well. I had a Monday off, so Saturday was the move, Sunday was the unpacking, and we had Monday off, so that was the shopping. So the bank accounts are. To be fair, we did not go over budget, so that was really, really good. There was lots of sales on because it's the end of the financial year. So when all the furniture arrives, this place will look really nice. But at the moment, it's still a bit bare, and it just looks like we've recently moved in, and that is so fine. It's a really beautiful home. I've never had this much space in my life. I feel almost like I'm breaking the rules, or like I'm an imposter, like I'm not allowed to have this much space. So I have to get used to it, but I love it. The kitchen is so big. I've never really enjoyed cooking. I've just done it as a, part of life. I bulk cook and I eat my meals, but now I've got so much room to cook, and everything is placed in a place where I think it makes sense, which makes it enjoyable to use that system. We have drawers with nothing in them. We have so much space. It's almost like we have to buy more things to fill space, but you don't want to get into the trap of buying things just to fill the space you have. We're going to have like an art area, so I can start using art, start doing more art. I used to draw, and I think art is just a beautiful part of life that we should all do. And it's very exciting. So the house is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, and that means my partner and I, we have a room to sleep in, and then we each have our own offices, so she's got one to work from home, and I have one to make YouTube videos, and we'll see how we go for a couple of months. If we get stretched financially with mortgage repayments, we'll just rent this room out, and I'll move into the garage. But it gets very cold in the garage. I mean, right now the temperature is literally 0 degrees, and that garage is it's not insulated. But yeah, I thought it would be good to do a little desk tour / studio tour. It's only a room and it's a little bit bare, but I thought there's enough bits and bobs to show you behind the scenes for those who care. Of course, if you don't care, just leave the video, obviously. But some people are interested in the behind the scenes, so I thought I would, give them a tour. This is what I see. Obviously, this took years to accumulate. It's thousands of dollars of equipment. But let's go left to right. This is my second camera. It's good to have 2 cameras if you're doing podcasts, and I want to do more podcasts. So that's an Alpha 6500. That's an Alpha 6400, which are like the kind of best budget 4K cameras you can use for YouTube. So they're fantastic. Water, Elgato key light, pencil, pens, knife for opening things, lots of boxes to open these days. I run it on an M1 MacBook Pro, and that's the Alpha 6400 with a Rode Micro, but I use this microphone for audio when I'm in the studio. That's a backup mic. And this one's my mobile camera, so I'll take that out when I'm filming before work or something, and I'll link that up to a Rode lavalier mic. Got a 4K monitor, gigabyte, and then for the audio I use the SM7B, which apparently Michael Jackson recorded Thriller on this microphone, and it just sounds nice. It sounds really nice, and I've seen it on every podcast. So I don't know much, but I know that it works. And then I also run it through the Rodecaster, which is an incredibly overkill piece of kit, but I've always wanted to do a podcast, and down the line I will. And I actually do have a podcast, but I stopped doing it. It's called Doctors Getting Coffee. Check it out. There's 10 episodes also, and that was really, really enjoyable to just have good chats with people. So that's for when I'll be hosting a podcast here in future. This is my MISC. I'm still just organizing things. This might be interesting. So I've just turned 29. This is my life in weeks. And so every week I just color one in. I don't know where to put it. Some people find this very existential. This assumes you live till 90. I'm kind of hoping that I live a little bit longer than that. Just look, my thing is, I reckon the way that medical science is going, and if you're healthy at a young age, if you start doing exercise, in your 20s and 30s, we'll probably be living to like 100 to 110, and probably be working till much later as well. Anyway, that's my guess. Just because science and longevity is getting longer, and we got to keep working in our old age. If not, society won't be able to afford taking care of the elderly. That's a chat for another time. So, looking at the background. So I've got the Dr. Sill sign, which my friends bought me for my birthday. Funny thing about that, it costs a fixed amount per letter, and it's very expensive. So my friends were very happy to find out that there was no full stop after doctor, because that would have cost a lot more money. There's a plant, and then this is just a set of shells. That's a hair light, so that it outlines the side of my face. Yeah, this is a little bit bare. I've got to find out what to kind of fill this up with. But, I've got my old stethoscope and otoscope. This is cool. I went to see the Formula One, which was good fun with friends. And after the Formula One, you get to walk on the track. So I just picked up a couple of rocks and bits of tire from the Formula One cars and put it in a jar. So that's a nice little memorabilia of hanging out with my friends. So that's a little tour of my space. If you have any suggestions on how to make it better, please let me know, and I'll give you a shout out if I end up using your advice. I have been kind of reading up on feng shui and stuff, so I've positioned myself in the command position of the room so that I'm facing the door and the window energy. But so I'm pretty happy with the positioning of things in the room. But if you guys have any idea on what to add to make this space a little bit nicer, let me know, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.